Hi guys, this is Lucky with Lucky Seven Tarot. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. This is a little different. I probably have only done like one or two pick a card readings on my channel. Um, so if you guys like this reading, make sure you comment down below and let me know that you like the pick a card if you want me to include it in like a monthly routine. All right. So I didn't want to have all the spreads already done because some people complain about that. So we're going to create three spreads. Um, One, you can pick one, two, or three, and we'll see what comes up for you regarding your love life. All right. This is timeless. So whenever you see this video is when you're meant to see it. So let's jump into it. I do want to let you know, um, not every message will resonate with you. Take only what resonates for you and your specific situation. The roles can be reversed. I might also be explaining, even though I'm reading for love, I might be picking up on something else that may be manifesting in your life. All right. I do have a couple announcements while I'm getting this all together, guys. Um, I did put a new tarot, like an automatic uh, tarot card of the day where you can like pick a card on the website, lucky7tarot.com, and it will give you a card. I've created those cards and put the small descriptions for each card on um, that populate. And it's going to be obviously different for every day. So if you want to just have a little fun and see, check that out. On my other website, Lucky Stars Karma Cards website, there's a bunch of new stuff on there that is free. You can go and check out what your life path number is, and it'll give you a description for that. You can see the daily cards on there, the daily card spreads on there. You can pick a card, like if you want to find out what your birth card is, you can your birth card and your planetary ruling cards will populate automatically. These things are free if you are interested in checking them out. Um, you can also put like your name in if you don't know what your a birthday is and you want to try to see what card a person has. You can use the card of your name. I think that is also free um, to check out if you're interested in just getting a little bit of information, but maybe for some of you, you aren't interested in paying for more details or you can't afford it. I wanted to at least provide something. Okay. So hopefully you guys will go check that out. The links to those things will be listed in the description box below. And I'm just getting all the cards. I've already shuffled these decks that I'm using. Um, and I'm just putting them in the ones that we're going to use. I'm putting them in three different piles. Uh, let's see, pile one, pile two, and pile three. If you're new here, please consider subscribing so that you're notified, and make sure you hit the notification bell so you're notified when I go live, when I post new videos. And today I'm going to be adding in to your spreads my own deck, which is the Love Confessions deck. If you're interested in this, it is available on the website. Also, if you want something personal just for you, book a personal reading on the website lucky7tarot.com. All right, guys, I hope you're ready. I only have one more deck. I'm going to do one more. Pile one, pile two, and pile 3. Okay. So, for those of you that picked pile 1, okay, you have the 10 of spades, the 10 of swords, the 5 of wands, the camera, journey, the blonde feminine energy. You have the card from my deck, which is I regret what I did. And then you have you and your loved ones are safe. Okay. So let's talk about this, what I see here. Some of you, you're working really hard. Maybe this was something that where you felt betrayed by someone or something ended badly. It just, I don't know, you weren't on the same page with this person. I feel like you have history here with the camera. And maybe you have walked away and you are, it looks like either you walked away or the other person did. Somebody is ending the situation, maybe ending it. It's going through like a bad ending. There could be a feminine energy. Maybe you're this feminine energy, or someone here is a um, feminine energy here. I feel like there is someone here that regrets something that they did. Um, that has regret for hurting the other person, for causing um, some sort of betrayal. But I think that a lot of you have put in a lot of hard work to overcome this situation. I am going to pull some additional messages on this. I think that you've worked really hard to overcome this, to move on from the past or move away from this person, get away from them. Um, but I think that there's some sort of hurt here. Um, and someone has regret for this hurt. Okay. Um, let's see. Can you clarify these messages for those that are resonating with this storyline for pick 1? Yeah, I feel like there is something here that you just um you felt the need, or you feel the need to move on from this betrayal, um because it's not coming together. I feel like there was maybe some stuck energy. Something was not built on a solid foundation, and maybe this is something that you've become aware of. I think this has created a lot of trust issues, or there were trust issues in the relationship. I do feel like someone has regret over this, though. Either regret that they hurt you, um, like looking at what they've lost in this situation. Tell me more. Yeah, I don't see this coming together. I feel like you guys want something more stable, something that makes you happier, and maybe you thought this was it. And I don't feel like you've healed. The star card in reverse with the 3 of swords, I don't think that you fully healed from this scenario. I think it's going to take a lot of hard work to do that. And it does feel like someone here has given up on this. Maybe there was a lie here, or they had some kind of secret involved in this situation. I think you see a person for who they really are now. Um, or you see the past for what it really was. And I don't feel like you guys are emotionally available to this past person anymore. Or you at least don't want to be. You may not see this as an option, but I think it's also hard to start over, difficult to start over, difficult to begin again. And I feel like you are healing with the 10 of swords showing up here in reverse, but now it's like you have your guard up. You have your guard up. I think you're in the process of looking forward to moving forward in your life, but I also feel like maybe there's something that's causing you not to allow yourself to be emotional about this situation or this circumstance. But I am getting, and I'm strongly getting, like, somebody is regretful for this. Can you tell me more about this regret? Yeah, 8 of Cups reverse. Someone definitely wants to return. They're really thinking about it. They have a lot of regret, but I don't think that this is that they're gonna try, like, that they're gonna return, or that this is going to, like, go somewhere. Because I feel like they're also feeling like it's not gonna come together. It's not gonna work out. And I think they're in the process of trying to, like, let this go, trying to release the situation. Okay. All right, guys. For those of you who have picked number two, okay. And I will pull advice messages at the end. So if you're interested in that, those of you who picked number two, this is the scenario that these are the cards. You have the Jack of Diamonds, you have the Six of Swords, the Magician in the upright, the butterfly, or I'm sorry, the dragonfly, the pathway, true gem, I lied, and then a new romantic cycle begins. Okay. Some of you were sold on something. You may have been dealing with a situation where someone could have been a player. Somebody here may have been childish or just not living up to their potential. Um, I do feel like for a lot of you, there may be someone new in the works. If you pick number two, like, I feel like you've moved on from whatever happened in the past, or you are in the process of moving on, and you're very focused. I think you have everything you need within you to manifest some sort of new beginning, but you're trying to keep things light. I think you're healing, like, you're in the phase of healing in your life. You are on a new path. Um, it's interesting. I said that the dragonfly was a butterfly, and in the very next card, you got the butterflies that are showing up there. So I feel like this is an indication for me of growth. Um, I do feel like someone may have not been fully honest with you, or you weren't fully honest with them. Um, the roles could be reversed, but I feel like this is a brand new romantic cycle. We're going to try to find out more information, but it definitely looks like you guys have moved on, or in the process of moving on. You may be trying to keep things light. You're trying to, like, be lighthearted. Some of you are gaining clarity over the past and recognizing, like, you have the power. Okay. Um, tell me more about those that have picked number two in this relationship. I think, if I'm being honest, I feel like you guys are, there may even be someone you see as very attractive. And I think you actually have choices here. You have options. Um, I'm definitely seeing where you have given up maybe on something in the past, or someone did this with you where there was a serious relationship. And maybe you're not looking for anything too serious, but you could run into something. Um, I think you're not as emotional, or emotionally driven, if that makes sense. I also feel like some of you have cut someone out of your life. Maybe you're not communicating with this person because they weren't trustworthy. And that has been helpful for you in focusing on a new beginning. They weren't trustworthy. I feel like you blocked this person, or they blocked you. I don't know, but they weren't trustworthy. And maybe it does feel a little bit like a missed opportunity of what it had potential to be. But I think you're on this new path, right? Can you tell me more about the new path that those that picked number 2 are on? This is the path to healing. I think you're taking it slow. You are mind over matter type of thing. You are in control of your emotions. 10 of Swords reversed behind that. This is like, you know, able to regain your power. I think it's been a slow healing process. And a lot of you are on to something new, a new direction, a new path. What about who lied or what's this lie about? Yeah, 6 of Cups in reverse, King of Cups in reverse, King of Pentacles. I think you guys were maybe dealing with someone that you saw potential in. Maybe you thought that they were like this really great individual that had so much potential to, who they were at the beginning. Their representative is who showed up. And I think they ended up lying to you or misleading you in some way. And I feel like you stopped um, emotionally investing. For some of you, this was someone that lied to you about getting over, like being done with their past, whether it was a person from their past or whether it was their old ways, their old habits of doing something. Um, let me see. Tell me more about this lie. 5 of Cups. Yeah, and the Ace of Wands. And there's that King of Cups in reverse again. I think that this was someone that was giving mixed signals, that was in and out, didn't really know what they wanted. And ultimately, that led to maybe the demise of the situation. But I definitely feel like you guys have this new opportunity that's coming in. Can you tell me about this new romantic cycle those that pick number 2 are on? Okay. 2 of Swords in reverse. So you're kind of holding yourself back a little bit. You want to see if things are equal. You want to see if you can, if this person is honest, if you can trust them. Um, I think you're remaining a little silent and having a little bit of mystery about yourself because you don't want to get stuck in anything that's toxic. So you're kind of holding yourself back, but I think it is something that may manifest kind of slow a little bit. But once, if they are able to prove themselves, there's that 10 of Swords again with the Fool in reverse. So that's where you're hesitant because some of you are still healing, but I think you're more open to it than you ever were in the past. And this is going to lead you down a new romantic opportunity and cycle. But I think you're in the process of kind of, like I said, keeping things lighthearted, not really being too serious when it comes to opening up and being like, yeah, let's jump into a relationship. It's like, let me see if you're trustworthy first. Let me see who you really are. Like you're skeptical a little bit, but still open to the possibilities. Let's say that. All right. Let's go ahead and see those of you who picked number 3. Okay. You have the 5 of Hearts, the 5 of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands in reverse. You have the card of dating. You have the card of poverty, fair male. And then I'm keeping a secret and luck is on your side. Okay. Let's talk about it. Some of you are going through a breakup or recently maybe went through a breakup. Somebody here is meeting someone new or has met someone new. Okay. Maybe you're just getting out there and planning like a date or something. This may have to do with a lighter male, even if they're like black, they could be light skinned or maybe they're white. I don't know. Or they have lighter features about themselves, light eyes, lighter hair tone, or something like that. I don't know. Um, Maybe a lighter energy for some of you. I definitely feel like there is some kind of secret here. We're going to try to see what that is, but I think you're able to overcome it. I think you I think you're able to overcome this. I feel like someone here got left out in the cold because there's someone that I feel like this, the Five of Hearts is a divorce card, usually an ending of a relationship. The Knight of Wands talks about something not being able to move forward, um, in reverse. Uh, some of you, this may have even affected your finances in some kind of way. So, and maybe you're in the process of overcoming this. Let's see. Tell me more about those that have picked number 3. What is going on with those that have picked number 3? 7 of Cups in reverse. And the King of Wands. Some of you were just dealing with a player. Maybe this was someone that you don't see as an option anymore, and maybe you're the one moving on. I feel like you didn't get what you wanted from this relationship. I feel like someone didn't live up to their potential. Um, and maybe you saw like a future here, or you were really happy, but it feels kind of unrequited to a degree, or like maybe it was some of you had a family with this person, or that you allowed them to meet your family. I do feel like some of you have had to take a step back because you were unappreciated, or you felt this way. And this was something where you had to bring something here to an end and had to overcome the hurt there. Tell me about this new dating option. I'm gonna put that back because I don't know how it fell out. Tell me about this new dating option. 6 of Swords. This is okay. This is you moving on. And there's that card. This is you moving on from a place of being stuck. This is you trying to protect your energy. I think you again, like this reminds me of those that pick 2 a little bit, in the sense where it's like you're moving on. I don't think you're putting a whole lot of weight into anything new per se. Some of you have, you may be talking to multiple people, have multiple options here available to you. Um, Tell me more about that. But there's still some like bitterness for some of you that you feel. What about this poverty? What's that about? I think you feel lonely. I think you have not fully healed from this feeling of abandonment, or feeling like, you can't trust someone, whatever they did to you. It may not be that you haven't moved on completely from the person, but just maybe not have moved on completely from whatever they did. Um, yeah, I think the secret that they were keeping, I feel like this had to do with either a third party situation. And it's like someone here, whatever they did was enough for the other person to walk away. Because I don't think that they were fully as committed as maybe you were, or the way that you thought they were. Okay. Yeah. I feel like this is a cause where it's like somebody decided here not to put any effort into this situation anymore, um because there were major trust issues, things that were hidden in the relationship. What about this luck coming up for those that picked number 3? King of Wands. Okay. Some of you are working actively to overcome this feeling of loneliness or even financial. If you did struggle financially from this situation, I think you're taking the necessary steps to overcome this. This is giving heavy fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Maybe you have that in your chart or they do. I think you're open to talking to someone maybe new. This could even relieve some feeling of loneliness that you may be experiencing. For some of you, this has to do with you healing from something that ended all of a sudden, out of nowhere, possibly. For some of y'all, this might also be somebody that comes in out of nowhere and changes everything, and also is a part maybe of helping you to heal. Um, I do feel like there is something new available to you that if you put the effort in, it has growth potential, but you have to decide what direction you're going in when it comes to this relationship or connection. All right. Those of you that picked number one, let's get the best advice messages for those of you that picked number one. What is the best advice for my subscribers that picked number one? And thank you guys so much for hitting the like button for me, for commenting down below and letting me know if you enjoyed this reading. All right. It is telling you to look beneath the surface of what you can see to uncover the truth, or to see what is hidden beneath the surface. All right. Um, there's something here about needing to clear the air, whether it's with this person or needing to get the truth, needing um, to to clear out the negativity, and continue to expect good things to happen once you do clear out the negativity from your life. Okay. Now, advice messages for those of you who have picked number two. Advice messages for those of you who picked number two. What advice messages do you have for my subscribers who picked number two? It's telling you to open your heart, to like move on and overcome this mountain that you've been climbing, like get to the top of that and open your heart to some type of happiness potentially coming in, because look at that, you're overcoming obstacles. Okay. I think you've been on this journey for a little while and you are healing. What did I say? I said that in the second read. Go back if you don't remember. This is a new cycle coming in, guys. For those of you who have picked number two, there's a new cycle coming in that could bring a lot of happiness. And for those of you who have focused a lot on your healing, okay, that's what you need to be focused on. Being optimistic, healing from that BS and moving on, ascending, right? Let's see about the advice for those of you who picked number three. What advice messages do you have for those that have picked number three? All right. There's something here about you discovering the truth, gaining some kind of clarity, an inner knowing, and that is going to help open up this new path for you. Okay, this new journey for you guys. And it's telling you to begin now. Start taking those steps to into this new journey. Okay? And do so with your head and your heart. Take both with you. But that is how you kind of get into the flow of receiving. All right? There's something here that's telling you you need to act with passion and be courageous enough to take the steps, um, And there may be a moment of clarity that you get, or something comes to light for you, and this opens up the floodgates, opens up this new horizon, um, that is helpful for you guys. Okay, that is what I have, y'all. I hope this was helpful. I love you guys. I will see you next time. I appreciate you for being here. Thank you so much for liking, subscribing, and sharing this with whomever you feel like would benefit from these messages. Peace.